Hey gang, we are wrapping up the, let me move the camera just a little bit. That should be about good enough. We are wrapping up the work that we have been doing on the CV18 Kohler command. Last thing I'm going to do here is set the initial adjustment on the governor. Simple enough to do. You've got a little clip right here. That black clip, it just pushes off of the throttle rod that is connected. You see how it just moves out of the way? Just move it out of the way. Lift your throttle rod out of the hole and then remove your dampening spring. It's that tiny little spring that's threaded through. I'll show it to you here. It's that little spring right there that's threaded through the throttle rod. Disconnect that, just set them aside. Now, you take an 8mm, and you also want to disconnect. Oh, we need to get down just a little bit for this. Disconnect your governor spring that goes on your throttle cable arm right here. Okay, disconnect that. Then you take a 10mm nut and loosen. I'll use this as a pointer. Loosen this nut which clamps the governor arm to the governor shaft. There is a hole in that governor shaft right there. You see that goes in and out. Now, quite simply, all you do is you rotate the governor shaft as far counterclockwise as you can, and then your throttle governor will get set with your throttle in wide open throttle. You'll have a screw stop. Let me pan up just a little bit more here. I'll show you. You'll have a throttle adjustment screw stop. It's right behind this throttle rod. Up here on the carburetor, you want to make sure that your throttle is all the way open, that it is open as far as it will go. Okay, so we have it open as far as it will go. And then you want to align your governor arm right here, making sure this stays counterclockwise. So we'll get back in there. We're going to go counterclockwise again, make sure. And then, quite simply, as this is loose, but I'm holding the governor shaft perfectly still, all the way counterclockwise. You will then come back again. That's closed, that's open, closed, open, closed, open. Set your throttle rod down in there. Holding everything together like that, keeping your thumb up against the governor, you can then tighten that nut back down, and that is your initial governor setting. After you get that done, you should be done. And that's a quick little adjustment. You can make minor adjustments, and I'll pan down here in just a second and show you where you can do it. But you can make minor adjustments to the governor setting. Let me get that good and tight. It's 60 foot-pounds is what they say. Wait, stop the video just for a second. I gave you wrong information. It's not 60 foot-pounds. It is 63 inch-pounds. And I'd like to thank those that mentioned that in the first video. Let's carry on. In the book. So, I forgot to say it. Click, 60 foot-pounds. We just dropped a little clip out of there, so let's get that out. This is your little clip that retains your throttle rod. So now we're going to pull the throttle rod back out. Let me pan down again so you guys can see what I'm doing down here. This goes in from the back side. Put it in from the back and just hold it up with your finger and set your throttle back down in the hole, just like so, and move that locking tab back over onto your throttle rod, just like that. And then replace your dampening spring. Sorry, I just bumped the camera with my bean. Set your dampening spring in the next hole. Now, if you look down here, we're in the third hole. 1, 2, 3. And we have 2 holes, well, 4 holes above, 2 holes below that we can use to fine-tune the governing adjustment. And you'll set high speed and low speed. Easiest way to do that is just get a laser tack. They're available on Amazon. They're really inexpensive. Then we will reconnect our governor spring to the throttle rod, and then just make sure everything moves freely. You can come up top and operate your throttle. Where your cable attaches, make sure everything's moving the way it should. And when you have no tension on the throttle, it should just barely open the throttle. As soon as you start the engine and the governor kicks in, it will pull that down and hold you at idle. So that's how you set the governor on a Kohler Command V-twin. Horizontal or vertical, doesn't matter. Setup is exactly the same. You guys are looking at a vertical engine that's just sitting up on its side as though it's a horizontal. So just to make it easier for me to shoot the video. So if you guys like this and you want more videos like that, right down there you can click on my face and subscribe. And then over here and over there are a couple of random videos. I'll see you guys on the next one.